Skadoosh.
Also, I will say the verdict of cheese curds in honey mustard is fine.
I
It's
would
just
prefer
fine.
ranch. I love how we're starting this
Ranch
recording
is
with
definitely better.
cheese curds.
Yeah, ranch is definitely better, but I didn't have any ranch here at home, so I had to make
But
do.
did you try it with honey mustard?
Yeah,
How'd you like it?
it's fine.
Okay.
Ranch is better for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Obviously. But I think I'd try it with honey mustard.
Alright, hi everybody, hope y'all are doing okay. Who would like to recap the previous session?
Hi, Dr. Nick. I can. Unless someone else
Go
wants
for
to.
Go for it, Travis.
Get out my writing utensils. Oh, that's right. I only have to recap half of what my notes are.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so last time on Glee, we had to figure out how to climb a big cliff face, and turns out that Max has Spider-Man robot arms.
Max is the Iron Spider, okay.
It was so cool.
And so that was neato. And then we got up on top of the thing, and then we arrived at the stone nest placed situation they were supposed to go to. And there was this bird guy, but he was a stone and jewels bird, so he wasn't a real bird. And he called me lunch, and I didn't like that very much. Sorry, Chemo didn't like that very much. And turns out that it speaks Dwarven, whatever it is. Tandor and Nickard did the talking for us, and turns out this thing is one of the surges in its like new form. Sources. That's what I said. Surges is different, and that's why I didn't say that. We're not on Roshar. And also turns out that the necklace thingy or whatever it is that Icar got is like part of its old shell from when it was doing its rebirth situation. And it also tells us that all of our items are like kind of dormant, and that we need to like go meet the other sources. This guy's name, by the way, is Kamek, which just makes me think of Namek from Dragon Ball Z. And then is like, okay, well, I'll tell you some stuff, but I want to fight you first for some reason. So we had to fight it, and also its headless horseman guys in a canyon. And we butt fucked them. Like, absolutely they all got wrecked. We were critting left and right and center. And then we chatted some more, and he let us ask some questions. And that's when he's like, yeah, I am the surge thingy. And like, I asked why I, saw him in the visions and stuff. And he's like, oh, because it's like, that's about ley lines. And I am basically the ley line. That's pretty neat. Also, he used to be a dragon before he was a bird guy. I mean, he told us kind of the situation with the sources. I even realized in my notes I wrote surges, and that's why I have this problem. So like, as the world was forming, the sources didn't really have a form until some force came and bound them to the land and gave them the forms, and they kind of like cycle through various different forms and stuff. And they were all hanging out, but when they got their forms, they all got separated to different parts of the area. And there's some like predator that is not of this land. So I don't know if that means planet or this whole planar existence, but he doesn't go here. And the predator thing, it sounds like, was trying to consume these sources. And that's kind of what we're dealing with here. And also this guy means that we need to go and meet all the other sources so that our items and our relics can get fully powered up, and then we can beat whatever this predator darkness thingy is. And then Max had a bunch of questions that he wanted to ask in private. And so he asked us all to leave. And we all did, wink. And then there was some conversations of things. That is the rest of my notes. And then afterwards, Max met up with everybody who had left the cave, wink. And the compass thing that we have started to glow roseate.
Which is like a what? Like a pink?
Pinkish.
Oh, it's a
I think.
spoonbill.
It's a spoonbill. Yeah. That's what you missed, Doc Lee.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give the hero point to Beans so they can re-roll on their stomach if needed.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And I think you're right. I am psycho.
Psychosocial.
We knew that, but
Okay, rude! Ableism.
you said it.
The fuck?
Does it mean more if I say it because I'm also fucked up?
It helps.
Yeah, you're psycho.
Thank you. I'm gonna tolerate this.
No worries,
On the
babes.
first day of Pride Month, by the way. Happy Pride. Hi, gay.
Yo.
Ally.
Okay.
Ally. I've got a rainbow on our on the OBS recording.
Not nearly an
Yay.
obnoxious enough one, but
Mhm.
Needs more.
Needs more gay.
we tried. Trust me, there was
Can
a
you
whole
just get a
thing.
looping death drop? Just in the corner. Just like, okay, anxiety, let's get crippling, and it's just dropping over and over again.
Rocky, is there any chance that we're gonna get into a fight, maybe against a female monarch in this session?
The fuck? That was so specific.
Only if
Because
you're
it-
dragged there.
Because then we could slay Queen.
I'm just
I knew it was
appreciating
coming.
Rocky's like what Rocky said.
Yes. See, also, yeah, no, shout out. But
That was good.
That
oh,
was
I also
beautiful.
forgot to add the one Tanderism I added from last session is not
Oh.
actually a quote. It is just that Tandor trying to speak Dwarvish just sounds like a minion.
Did you need to add in also the corn imadur rabadibabadur?
And the Donnie.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so minion / Donnie from Wild Thornberries. Okay, here we go.
Slash
Now I'm-
corn.
I don't know this. What are you talking? Corn doesn't speak. What are you talking about? And also, corn.
No, the band corn.
Corn
The
band.
band corn falling away from me, and then he goes. You know.
The guy who
really-
tried
I
to bring
really
back
like
scatting in the 90s.
I
No,
liked
that
Icar's
was the
version
Scat
of it.
Man, and he was successful.
Boop.
That was the
Yeah,
80s.
this-
No,
that
it
was
wasn't.
Wasn't
Are you
he?
kidding me?
Don't
Scat-
fucking speak with me about
Scatman.
Ron Scatman.
Scat man.
I mean,
That
he
had
got
to be
popular
the
in the
80s.
90s, but it was 90s.
Hey, no
I
matter
think the only
what, I
thing that
wasn't
was,
born yet.
Only thing that I know that was happening in the 90s was running. But that's about me.
Scatman parentheses ski bop ba.
I saw that
bop
too.
on
Ski bop
Wikipedia.
How do you
bop.
wait? How do you not know it's ski bada bada bup? Like what? How do?
No. I'm
Just
reading
reading
it. I'm reading it
Yeah,
out
I know.
loud, so it's hard for my brain because
Ski
I want to go.
bada bada
"Sabadadee, ba 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 da bo." Yeah, but
1995 or
Are you
94 is
fucking
when
kidding me?
94.
God damn, I'm old.
November
94 was
30th.
the release, but the album was
94.
95.
Yeah, Scatman parentheses ski bop bop ba da bop was
Bop, bop, ba, da,
1994. Yeah, I know it's bop bop ba da bop, but it's ski bop bop ba da bop is what it's listed.
Look,
That's
don't tell
the
me, alright?
official
I don't know
name.
what year it was.
Well, the song came out, the single came out in 94, the album Scatman's World came out in 95, and sad fact, Scatman John died in 1999.
Oh wow.
So he had very, very short.
And he lives on in forever for the rest of us.
Fun fact before we continue on with the D&D session. he
It's
actually
Pathfinder?
had a horrible. Oh my god! Shut up! I'm dying
No,
of
no, in
food
fairness,
poisoning.
no, Travis is right here.
I almost corrected.
Sorry, I didn't say
I'm
actually.
struggling.
Actually, it's Pathfinder.
Actually.
There
I had
have
to
been
refer to
dungeons
it
and
as-
dragons.
Thank you. And I had to refer to it as D&D to everybody else because I'm like, oh yeah, my
I know.
Pathfinder game. Oh, it was Pathfinder. Oh, Pathfinder is like D&D. Oh, so why don't you just call it D&D? Because it's not D&D.
I
Well,
straight
it's
up gotten to the point where
basically
people
D&D.
ask me, it's like, oh yeah, I play D&D. It's Pathfinder, like under my breath in conversation, just so that Rocky feels represented in my life.
Thanks.
Okay, well, anyway, before we continue on with the Pathfinder session, what I wanted to say was Scatman got into scat because he had such a severe stutter that that was the one thing that he could do was scatting. So that's what the whole song actually is about, is that, you know, if the Scatman can do it, so can you.
Not my brain going to when you said he got into scat. I was like, wait
Yeah,
a
Not
second.
like that! Not like that!
Whoa.
We've
just
already
made me
talked
wake up
about
the
Kink
kitties.
Pride, so
Yeah,
let's
you
not
already,
get
you
into
know a
that.
lot about scat
happening over here,
beans.
dog?
What's this about?
Brother, I've told you, I'm German. I don't know what to say. Anyway,
We think are burning the place down and warp stepping out of the. What's happening?
just cut this. Just cut off.
This Pathfinder
Oh,
session
dang
brought
it.
to you by Coprophilia.
I mean, we're bringing King back to Pride. That's what we're doing here. Anyways,
Hell yes.
okay, so let me get y'all started back with this. So fun fact, if any of y'all just want something to do while listening to other people roleplay, the shops have been updated.
Oh shit.
So if there's like a fancy new item in there, you're looking at something that's about 400 pieces of gold plus. If you want something shiny and new. Yes. Anyways, let me get you now the vignettes proper.
How much is a platinum to a gold?
10.
I hate this because I have 145 gold and I have 10 platinum, and I was hoping it would just balance out into normal numbers, but it's not. We should just get rid of platinum. I'm
It's the
making
metric
a campaign
system.
to get. I hate the metric system, America.
If you would like to
Yeah.
get your money exchanged, that can be.
I just don't want platinum. I just think
Okay.
we as a society we've grown past platinum. All right.
Okay.
It's the same
Ah,
thing
broke
as.
bitch.
No, like we should just deal in gold, okay? That's all I'm saying is that, you know, this is like the anti-penny coalition, except reverse. And it's also
Credit
the reason
cards are
why
just too modern, right? We need to.
I agree.
As you all stand on the peak just outside of the nest of the primal source of Earth, the compass whirs to life once again, the rose-hued crystalline line flashing towards the southwest. Kamek leans down, their amber eye dwarfing the head of whoever is holding the device. Oh, so you will meet that one of my kin. Journey there will be treacherous to make by foot, and yet still in the timelessness. You may wish to get there. There's a pause as Skipper still shakes her head, as a chuff of smoke leaks from Rudder after a spring pops loose.
Well,
The gargantuan rock speaks up again. If you would all permit it, I may be able to take wing upon the current of the ley lines and at least place you near civilization close enough to make the rest of your journey.
say less. What?
Thank you, that'd be really appreciative of that.
That would definitely save us a lot of time. I don't think
And the
anybody's
bird
gonna
just-
disagree with this.
Yeah, Bird just cocks head, looks between the rest of you.
Oh, you know, I thought me and you already spoke a whole bunch. You know, if we want to talk more, that's my opinion on some things, then yeah.
Well, I don't know. Some folks are afraid of heights, given recent events.
Nah, I've never had a problem with heights.
No, most don't. Is the problem with falling.
No, I'm fine with falling, actually.
It's that landing part that's a bitch.
No landing, actually. Like, better than most of you guys, I'd say.
can use fly. I'm okay.
Yeah, but that's not landing. That's flying.
Well, I can
That's different.
still glide down and land.
Oh, that's gliding.
Either way, we should probably take the ride. I don't see anyone objecting to this.
I do not object.
All right, with
I
no
was the one who wanted
objections.
the hot air balloon in the first place, but that's okay.
With no objections, Kamek will get out to a good landing sort of platform. Get himself down so his tail feathers act as almost a ramp for you to get onto his back.
Rowan does not hesitate. She's like, let's go. Yes, I'm first. And climbs.
Kimo is a little hesitant. He's not forgotten the lunch comment.
Yeah,
Said
Icar
you
hops
look
right on.
like lunch. That's all. He just said you look like lunch.
That's the kind of things that you say right before eating something.
I mean, he
No,
doesn't
that
look
is
hungry
true.
now.
No, Kimo has point. You ever go to the nice taverns, and then they have the soap that kind of looks like food? I've bitten
Soap?
many of them. Yeah, it's a soap. It looks like, little slice of pie.
Yeah, I
But
can
it-
confirm that they've eaten things that haven't even looked like they're trying to imitate food. It was just soap that was,
I didn't
explicitly
just
marked
eat
soap.
soap. It said
And
soap
they
on it,
took
but
a
it
whole
looked
big
and
bite of
smelled
it.
like pie, so I had to try a taste of it. And after the third bite, I learned
Well,
it's
no, it didn't
soap.
even look like pie. It was, pie
There was one that
scented.
looked like a pie.
Yeah, but just because it looks vaguely, round, doesn't
It
mean it's a
didn't look
pie.
vaguely round. It looked like a pie. Stop trying to know but me.
Get your asses on the eagle. Please.
Fucker. Don't know
And
but
I'll know
continue
me.
about
your
the
soap
fuck out of you, you
conversation.
piece of shit.
This is the worst case of improv. I'm on the eagle, and I'm also getting a phone call while I'm on the eagle.
Alright, well, the sensation is quite exhilarating, moving through the air without any rushing wind, to feel the sense of motion without any strain of effort. Fields and hills roll on underneath, and you gaze forward or off to the side as you are borne on the back of Kamek. Places you had seen and crossed mere dots and lines before, and at the pace you are making, you should get to the edge of the forest by nightfall. Is there any conversations you'd like to have along the way?
So it doesn't feel like we're just whooshing through the air, so we'd be able to have a conversation.
Yes.
It's oddly quiet up here.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Mix.
So, Kamek, can you maybe tell us a little bit more about your sibling or whatever it is that we're going to see? What we should expect?
They do not embody a single point of them. They are a quintessence, almost. They are a roiling bit of chaos that churns between each of us. That motion of life and death. What to expect? Well,
Will they want to fight us like you did?
Well, I do know that they are not as much of size as I am. Well, there is only one sibling of mine who matches my wingspan.
If they embody chaos, will they even have a form?
Oh, they will be coated in a form. No, there are two who match my wingspan. But the other two... But there is something to be said that they would have form. How they cloak themselves in that form, what it expresses at the time, there is always something. But it is not chaos as the cosmic force, I believe my sibling of the air would say. But it is chaos that is the roiling nature between all elements. Mixing, churning, breaking, forming. Those moments of chance when things collide.
And what is its name?
I raise the finger, Travis.
Man, you gave me access to a source and said I can ask it questions.
That's true. I do not know what they name themselves now. They were known as Teachy before.
Tucci?
Teachy.
And because I'm sure Tandor wants to know, do you know what its favorite food is?
Yes, what is his favorite food?
Given where it would usually take itself, I think it was goat.
Nice.
Goat is good.
Goat is very good.
Maybe we find a goat on the way.
If we pass mountains, there will be mountain goats, and then we can have dinner and the show. Because the mountain goats, boom, there's a joke. Because the band, the mountain goats.
Chemo's offended that you would want a dinner and a show and not think to ask him to maybe perform some things, but fine. It's fine.
Fine. It's fine.
Do we know what direction we're heading in?
Yes, south west. And on the map I have at least, well, I will do the next vignette and then I can give you a peek on the map of where you are.
Yeah, going from desert to great grassy hills is a bit of a juxtaposition.
Slight, and it's only going to get worse. The sun sets on the wooded hills you have all been set down to rest on, with the rock having somehow hidden itself among the scenery, though there were reassurances they would take you the rest of the way once the morning light rose again. Here you have some moments of calm to collect yourselves to gather things to make camp or have talks with more privacy about this strange fate you are a part of. I will also bring you over to the map. You are here.
Where
When
the
you were-
fuck would we? Wait, what the fuck?
You were about over here, 84 miles away. These past
We were where
However
again?
many
I had to zoom out.
We were here.
yes, about 84 miles
Now
out.
we are here.
And we're heading southwest.
Southwest. Close to civilization.
Oh Lord.
Do we know where we're going?
I was going to bring up checks for that in the next scene. I will bring you back here. Yes, is there anything you would all want to do at this current point here?
Help set up camp. And take a sit
Look
down.
for gold.
Probably not goats out in these woods.
Well, then I'm fucked. 'cause
I
don't
go
think-
hunting with Tandor.
Let's go hunting. Let's see what we can find. Hopefully a gold.
Let us see. Let us see. You two can give me some nature or survival checks.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are you rolling for, Kimo? You coming on the hunt?
Yeah, nice for Travis.
I know. But yes, Chemo was not coming with you on the hunt, but did in his fox form try to go hunt some like squirrels or some shit.
Mm.
Let's see.
You know, well, Rowan, I guess it's just me and you at camp.
I guess it is. Oh, that reminds me then. Rowan pulls out that. What was it? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?
You'll find the
The
word.
detonating gears snare pulls it out. Okay. Now that we're not somewhere where I can blow us up, explain this how it works for me.
I mean, there's still a decent chance you blow yourself up. Less like, actual explosives, more the entire premise works on overloading tension.
You're saying that I could have blown up with this thing in my satchel the whole time?
No,
Depending
because
on-
it wasn't set up.
Oh, so it needs setting. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's set up in such a way that even an idiot could, put it together. So long as you understand the basics.
I see. Would you just build this from scratch? How did you learn this? Who
Yeah.
taught you?
My dad. Weirdly enough, not my grandpops. He didn't have anything to do with this particular one.
Oh, did you want this back, by the way?
I mean, you can keep it. I can make more of them.
Oh, so I can use this. How would I go about using this?
Okay, so you see that little stand there?
Yes, I see this.
Yeah, so you're gonna want to stick that into the ground. Then you're gonna want to crank that lever to the side there.
Mm-hmm.
To a point where the gears are just near about to break.
Okay. Okay, I see that.
And so long as you move that mechanism there just all the way back, don't let go, because otherwise these gears will fire back at you and it will fucking hurt.
Okay. Yep, we wouldn't want that.
That's why I'm standing all the way over here. Just back.
Well, I'm not gonna
like
do
back
it
here.
now.
I'm just gonna step a couple, a little bit further back.
She's holding it really delicately. I wasn't planning on doing it now. Just,
Maybe use like more than just 2 fingers for it. You're holding it like really daintily.
because I don't want to blow up. I haven't moved anything. Okay, I just want to know for future reference. It would be fun to use, I think.
Okay, and so you bring that mechanism down here, then move that over here, and then loop that one around to complete it.
Can I roll anything to make sure that Rowan understands this for future usage?
It's simple instructions. So why don't you get? You need me to write this down?
I might.
Give you a
I
step-by-step
might
guide, a
need to.
painting by numbers type deal.
I do better learning by way of instruction that is written down.
Yeah, clearly not a doing learner.
Sometimes
That much is becoming very clear
well,
very quickly.
when it comes to technology that I am not familiar with, yeah, written instruction, sure.
Ron, you're doing a lot of talking, not a whole lot of moving with the mechanism.
Oh, do you want me to do it now?
Yeah,
know
it
what?
looks like your
All
arm's
right.
buckling there, Chief.
What? Rowan's just gonna.
It's almost like you
do the
shouldn't
thing.
hold like a mechanism at full.
Hold on. I'm gonna get away from the camp because I want to try this out. Fuck. I'm gonna try it out.
You can't move now. It's already gone.
Oh,
It's set up.
Well,
You gotta move out the way.
okay, I'm just gonna gently place it down and run towards Max and dive dramatically.
You didn't really have to hit the dirt there.
Could you please give me a crafting check right quick, Ron?
Oh shit. The crafting is untrained. It's so bad. Oh god. I'm scared.
That's pretty good.
Oh.
That's pretty
She
damn
did
good.
listen well enough without a written instruction, perhaps. She's still kind of face down after doing that dive. Like right
Okay.
next to Max.
Well, good news. You did actually set it up properly so that it is armed. And didn't make yourself look like a fool and not arm it correctly.
Rowan like slowly turns around and looks. I did it? I fucking did
Yeah, if it was a 13 or lower, you would not have. So.
it.
Yeah,
This
I
thing is
mean,
just armed sitting at the camp near the fire.
the part, yeah, I sure hope none of our, companions will accidentally walk into it. The whole point of them is that they're pretty easy to disguise. Is that something else?
That is pretty fucking cool.
Chemo, you do have a chance. You can either A, get a couple small squirrels, or B, have the chance to go for a giant flying squirrel.
Buddy, there is no choice or chance at all. You know we're going for a giant flying squirrel.
Lovely. I'll need you to give me an athletics check because you're a tiny fox and the giant flying squirrel is the size of a person.
Oh, you really meant giant. Okay.
Yes.
Athletics. You don't mean acrobatics? Just out of curiosity.
No, you're gonna have to bite and hold on.
Brother, I'm biting.
Oh, good. We'll come back to that later, see if you can shake it down. That said, with a 26 and 34, you do not find goats, but you do find one other fun forest creature that can be quite tasty. Boar.
Bacon.
Razorback bacon.
I want my razorback.
Let's see. Yeah. And we'll probably have like an athletics check from either of you tackle that down, since that thing's gonna
I'm a
run and
master in
bolt. And...
athletics. Plus 18.
Sure, just roll it. I want to see exactly, how big a boar you get.
Use a hero point.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I was kidding.
It's
No, I was
fine.
actually thinking it.
What?
I want
You
bacon.
You might need it for a snare that you walk into.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Thing.
that does do
One
the
rule.
the Keeley rule for that. So you would be able to get a good sizable large boar with the assistance of Tandor.
Yay!
Ah,
You got a boar from your hunting.
I was
No,
doing
go-
that?
You were both doing that.
Oh.
Ikar
I
was,
didn't roll.
If you want to also roll, Tandor.
Yeah, because I mean, maybe a little bit of hunting. I mean, if he's doing all the hunting and doing a good job at it, maybe I do a little bit of gathering.
If you do a little bit of gathering, you give me survival or nature.
Yeah.
Or
hold
cooking
on.
lore.
Ooh.
Well, if you could use the lore, use the lore.
I'm gonna use the lore. I wish I didn't use the lore.
Use your hero point.
You have an extra hero point.
Well, the lore, the DC is lower, is it not?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, well then I'm going. My nose is bleeding. I am satisfied with this.
Cool. So because you were hunting, sort of going along with the boars, and did happen to find that, because truffles.
Yes, bitch! Keep waking up the kitties. Oh my god. Hell yeah, dude. Hell
Yes,
yeah. We're eating
truffles.
good in the neighborhood. Tell me I find like some sort of like potato or turnip or something so we could have a delicious boar like pork roast or something with some mushroom and some mash. Hell yeah.
Can you roll me a d6?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a fiddlehead. I don't mind. Look, I'm not picky. Okay,
Mhm.
I'll take what I can
Let's see. Yeah, well, you do find yourself a decent, basic winter truffle,
get. Nice.
as well as
Wait, is it winter?
it is winter.
Okay, never mind on the fiddleheads then. That's an August food.
No. You do find some burdock though.
Burdock.
Burdock.
Oh, what the fuck?
Specifically burdock root. So.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
And of course, it's easy to spot wild onion.
Okay, we're eating interesting tonight. It's
Mhm.
gonna be a whole delicious meal, but
Yeah.
we're doing it. We're gonna do stir-fried burdock.
I think before they
That's
get
what we're
back,
doing.
we should. I don't want to blow anybody up. I don't. Can you disarm this thing, Mex, before they get back to make food?
You know, I could.
But why wouldn't you?
Anyway,
You're joking, right? You're joking.
look, I didn't set it up. I'm not responsible for their harm.
Do you want to? Well, then talk me through disarming it and stand back.
Oh, this will be great. I'll be wanting a thievery check for you to.
Oh, fuck. Which is also untrained. Oh my
Yes.
god.
To disarm.
Rocky didn't intend for this to be a battle session. We're doing our best to absolutely make sure we get killed anyway.
Oh yeah.
Okay, walk me through this. And I guess here we go. Oh god.
I'm not here, otherwise I would have some really serious questions.
It's just the inverse of what you did earlier. I don't get what's so difficult about this.
Will you be assisting in any meaningful
No.
way, Maximus?
Oh my
Cool, then I don't have to worry about the
He's
8 action.
He's far too, like... Just, he's having a great time just laughing at this.
Oh, this will be great. You're good with the 15?
Oh man, do I want this to be fucking funny or
Well, it depends if you find missing limbs funny.
I do.
I do.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Look,
Okay.
it's not gonna kill anybody. It's just gonna hurt like a bitch.
Perfect.
Okay, what
Listen,
happened?
Cool.
that might be the difference between losing a whole finger and losing half
Cool.
a finger.
Could you
so-
please give me that reflex saving throw that I have posted to the chat? Thank you.
Oh my god. Oh.
Cool. You'll only take half of this.
Ah! What happens?
There you go.
exactly?
Yeah, so as you are sort of going through and it's like, okay, yes, undoing the mechanism here, undoing the mechanism here, dun, 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 dun. But one portion where you're trying to unwind, when you're trying to remember which direction to wind
Mm,
for that particular section,
mm.
you do the wrong way. It goes click and then goes bang. So you were
I wanted to send Rowan flying at Max for not helping. Just karma. 'Cause
He's
she's
far too
blown
busy
back-
laughing to
she's blown
even
back
like
at it.
bother.
Just flies back in Max's general direction, just like dazed. Oh.
dazed, a little cut up.
Well, that could have went worse. Good job, buddy.
Just laying
Pat on
her
the back for you.
holding up a thumb. Yeah, that. Yep,
Mhm.
could have been worse.
And I'm going to delete that from your inventory now that it has exploded. And the rest of the party comes back to camp with to a bang that occurred. As birds, you just seeing it from different perspective, you just hear boom, and just birds fly off.
It's just like metal against wood, just clanging like gears, and just bits of clockwork just hitting trees.
Please tell me they can hear Max just laughing his ass
Yeah,
off.
he-
at Rowan.
he's-
Bits of
pissing
shrapnel
himself.
still slightly vibrating in nearby trees.
Rowan just laying on her back like, I'm fine. I look forward to dinner.
Speaking of dinner, can we get a cooking lore for the cooking of the dinner? Beans.
I'm here. I'm here. So sorry. Yes.
Cooking lore for the cooking of the dinner.
Cooking lore. On it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's good dinner.
It is definitely good dinner. It goes as well as planned. And you know what?
What?
I will add the recipe as something fun into your inventories as you find that it is interesting concoction. So let me see. Consumables
Into our
of
inventory?
oh no, it's just Tandor's learning a recipe for something.
I've learned something.
Yes.
No, I heard you do that every day.
Not me. I actually forget things every day. This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife.
Okay, I will make something right quick as a new food item
Oh, look
for
at
you
that!
to add to your repertoire. I will change the food of it.
I'm stoked. Y'all, I love learning recipe. I love food and eat.
Like Pizza Steve.
I love food and eat, Travis. Okay. That's what I love. What I get? What is it? It's not here yet.
Not here yet. No, I have to make the tags and everything. Make sure that it works. Oh. And on the fly, giving you in your recipes here. There we go.
Ooh!
Hmm?
Razorback stir fry. It's a level 8 formula. Consuming this meal grants you the effects of haste for 1 minute.
Oh, the
Delicious.
zoomies.
Neat.
We got Zoomy food.
Zuboomafu.
We do got Zaboomafu.
Any
Love it.
other little small things folks would like to do for the evening?
I have to finish hunting a squirrel.
Oh yes, can you give me another athletics check as you are being pulled and climbed and trying to be shaken off by this giant squirrel?
Get out of here, squirrel.
22. And can you give me a unarmed strike roll? Right quick.
That's what I'm best at.
Get up on out of here, squirrel.
Okay, can you
Hell
roll the
yeah.
critical damage on that? Thank you. Okay.
And it's got a
Why-
port save.
Why is why is it D4s? Why is
My
it
arm.
D4s?
Not my fist.
Oh. Does die for your fist. Ah, okay. Very true.
Although I am in pest form, so I don't know if that changes anything.
No, not really.
Rocky, fuck. Yeah, it does.
Uh-oh.
I have to be honest.
Shout out for honesty.
It changes things greatly. Because in my Bane form,
Uh-huh.
my athletics is plus 13.
Okay.
In pest form, it is minus 4.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Lord.
Well, no, you actually did get DCs high enough, even with the -4.
Okay. I completely forgot that it changes that shit so much.
That's fine.
Also, my pest form doesn't actually have attacks.
Well, that's
So
why
that's
it's
weird.
using the unarmed. So.
Yeah.
But yes, you are able to slowly but surely bring it down.
Okay, good. That would have been real bad.
Now, it would take a long while for you to drag this giant squirrel back as a tiny fox.
Mhm.
Okay, what Kimo's gonna do in that situation is go back to Kitsune form
Mhm.
and bring it close to camp,
Uh-huh.
and then once like just slightly out of earshot and eye shot,
Yep.
go back to pest form fox and finish dragging it
Oh my god.
Of course.
in fox form, and just like get back to camp and look at everybody staying in fox form with this giant thing in my mouth for a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those weird situations where there is this roughly 1 foot fox, 2 foot fox dragging a 4 to 5 foot giant squirrel.
That's a tiny, tiny fox.
It is tiny in size. That is what pest form does.
Hey, look at that. You see Rowan stand up. Cuts all over her
also-
face.
Rocky, slight problem. There's no way to get out of pest form.
Oh, for that you would want to.
I also just went to tailless, and I still have my negatives.
Yeah, for that you'll want to go to effects. On your character sheet, but I can do that.
Yeah. There's 2 fox forms.
And I think now you should actually be able to, instead of using those buttons there, you have an action thing where it says current form humanoid fox.
At the top, yeah, but it doesn't
Yes.
change my stats or anything.
Don't do it.
Don't worry about this right now. We can look at it later.
Yeah. I think that's just for other available things. So, but yeah, don't worry about that. I got the yeah. Next to your feats is an effects tab. That's where you'd be able to click off those in other times.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And popping back into chemo form. Looking over Tandor's. So do you want any of this, or are you guys good?
I can help you cook it if you want. But if you want to eat it raw, you know,
No need.
that's...
And then goes back to pest form.
Oh, disgusting.
We're in the woods now. We're in my place.
They're all sitting there eating on like fine china, you know, like a really delicious, like beautiful pork roast, stir fried burdock noodles. You know, like it's all really nice and delicious.
And the
There's
smell
like
of
a nice
explosion
truffle au
lingers.
jus. Yeah, it's like gunpowder and truffle is all you can smell. But like it's a really fancy meal, and then Kimo's just like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this freshly killed, you know, rat, basically.
Squelch.
That's a giant flying squirrel to you. And also mid meal, at one point you see the fox kind of look up, sniff, be confused at the smell of gunpowder, and just go back to eating.
You know, you guys have been traveling with me for a while now. The smell of gunpowder should really be just like a given.
But when Rowan's sitting there with like gunpowder on face, cuts everywhere, it looks like she's.
You know,
been
I'm
blown
more
up.
impressed because, you know, those snares aren't made up by gunpowder. I don't know how you got that on you.
It's probably
That's how
dark.
bad she fucked up.
Like, do you just have loose explosives in your pockets where you kept that snare? Is like
Don't you?
that's pretty? Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's pretty in character for me.
Probably some particulate that transferred over when you gave her the punch. Okay, any other activities aside from the eating of the meal? If not, I will move
I have
us-
something.
Oh, you have something?
Yeah, I have something, God.
Okay.
Why is your nose bleeding, Max?
It's not yet. It's if I do more than that, then it starts to. Like now, you see?
Right now, right now.
Yeah. Does anybody
Well.
else, you know, have like a gentle sense of foreboding now that we know that our ultimate quarry is literally not of this world?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's going on. Ever.
Well, yeah.
So, you know, is it foreboding? No, just boding.
goes into tanderisms. And walking over to the campfire, popping into Kitsune form, Keep says, "You know, I am worried, but I feel like the rest of the sources may have our back, and if they've been handling this thing, this predator, for all
Well, they
this time,
haven't really been handling it, right?
sure they have.
They've just kind of been avoiding it.
Or kept it at bay at best.
And it worked for a long time.
Well, yeah, but we're not running away anymore. We're confronting it.
I don't necessarily know that it's not that they're running away anymore. Something has definitely changed, but I don't necessarily know whether it is that the running away just doesn't work anymore, or maybe this force also has some avatar or thing that is based on this world that is now doing its bidding, that has changed the game that these sources have been playing.
When you
But
put
if
it
that's
like
true, we're doing the same thing.
that. Yeah. Or at least trying to. We've only seen one of these so far.
True. The others may not be as nice, and even the nice one we still had to fight.
I don't think that we're gonna obtain these powers without having to sacrifice something along the way. Not to sound, grim
You
or
know,
dark or
isn't-
anything, but
Isn't that a little unfair? Though?
Since when has anything ever been fair?
No, indulge me here. We've been, either cosmically selected or have managed to bumble our way into this. And we're expected to sacrifice this, that, and whatever so that all of the sources that, we have some tangential connection to get to keep on living, and therefore the whole world gets to keep on going as usual. They couldn't have selected, different people.
And it couldn't have been a different boar and a different squirrel that we just ate. It's just the nature of life.
I'd say
I
it's
don't
hardly
like
relevant now.
conforming to fate.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted
Yeah.
to change your fate,
Hey, thanks for fucking sniping my bit, dickhead.
look, we don't know. Quite frankly, we don't know what's going on. And we don't know what this thing really wants. Currently, we have one source saying that it wants to be consumed by this shadow thing.
But it doesn't want to be consumed.
Or, the shadow predator, whatever it is, wants to consume the other sources. But
Yeah.
there's nothing saying it's right.
And also, do we really have a choice in the matter? If we just did not do what we're supposed to do,
Well, yeah, they said
face
that the
whatever
whole
we
world
face
was
along
going to
the
end
way.
in the ways that we
Exactly,
know
it's a
it.
little bit of pressure, and it's hard not to feel a little bit of dread over it. Because, we've come this far, but it's been a
You
hell of
say
a
this
fucking
far,
journey.
like we've really accomplished much.
We haven't
Well,
got that far. Bear's Bay's not that far away.
We've currently traipsed across most of this continent together. Or this island.
No, we went around it.
We kind of did like a almost a
My-
U, but not
My
really.
point is that we still have a lot of traveling to go, and along the way, we don't know what we're gonna come across. We're risking our lives for this.
You don't have to. You could quit at any time.
You didn't say that.
It's kind of a dick move, though.
No, I'm not being a jerk. I'm being serious. none of us have to do this. Any of us could quit at any given time, and things could work out just fine. I mean, Rowan, look at your ancestors.
Hmm.
Ultimately, 4 or 5 people just chose to be involved and make a difference. There were other people there that knew what was happening, and yet they did other things instead. They built up the town of Bears Bay. None of those people were bad for not joining in on the crazy adventure that some people that clearly had a death wish
Hmm.
went about to do.
Well, uh, if I've learned anything from my ancestors, is that we don't give the fuck up, and I'm not going to turn around and say goodbye after knowing what I know. Pandora, Araco, and everyone I've known that is past, they would not have turned their back on this, so I'm not going to.
But I also don't think that we have to assume that this story is at all similar with that story. We don't know what's going to happen. Like, what if we could find this quote unquote predator and speak with it? Make an agreement, make a compromise.
Yeah, you can only eat half of the world.
Well, look, I mean, again,
Don't you think that in all this time that they've dealt with this formless being, they would have tried to do that already?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
you
they
can
did.
ask. He's still here. You can ask him.
Rock isn't with us right now, right? You said he's hiding in the landscape.
He is.
Can he hear
Yeah,
us?
you can go
Presently.
find him in the morning.
He is presently unseen to the eye.
Mm.
How so? No idea. At
Um,
least no one's looked enough to find him yet.
look, maybe they have tried before. Maybe they haven't. But even if they have tried before, just because they weren't able to successfully do it then doesn't mean we can't do it now.
Or maybe it can't be reasoned with and we've got to put it down.
I really hope that that is not the case.
Could go either way.
But to answer your question, Max, no, it's not fair. In my life, I have discovered that few things really are. But they're not all also unfair in a bad way. Like sometimes a minimal.
Oh, please, almighty sage, tell me how things can be unfair in a good way.
Quite frankly, I have told some poems and stories in bars that really didn't deserve an extra, like, drink on the house, and I've absolutely gotten them before.
Because when you're drinking, you're not reading poetry, and they just wanted you to stop.
Yeah.
Hey, even if that's the case, a win's a win.
So it did deserve the drink, just not for the reason that you would expect.
I mean,
Because
you could
guys don't
also,
appreciate poetry
you
doesn't
know-
mean that everybody does.
well, we've already spoke about this. Art is art, and art should be respected, but,
I'm
therefore
just
it's
gonna
not
remind you
unfair.
that we've been in a lot of the same bars.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does got a point, actually. But, going on. Art is art. Art takes time to create, and therefore any reception that you got from it is deserving of something. It's not really unfair.
Well, again, some more
Unless you
deserving
admit
than
that
others.
you're shit at art.
Oh, look, I'm not gonna
Just
lie.
objectively.
I've told some crowd pleasers that are kind of dreck because I knew it would be popular for those people there.
Is that not what you're always saying?
Rude. unfair, even.
But not in a good way.
Not in this case. I guess Max, let me ask you, what is it that you want?
That's a loaded question of which I don't think we have enough time or drink in the world to answer.
We got plenty of time, and I could get more drink.
I want a lot of things, and a lot of things I'm not gonna get, and I'm okay with that. I'm also always trying to get something else.
I specifically meant about this situation. If it's unfair, how would you make it fair? What would a fair version of this look like to you?
You know, pick some really powerful people. They get the job done, lickety split, done. No one has to worry about it. Easy.
Oh. So you mean you're
Like
not there
us.
to do the job then?
Hey, you know, if someone can do the job better than me, then who am I to say, you know, don't?
What if you are the best, though? What if that's why you were chosen for this?
Fuck, that's terrible. I mean,
God.
Jesus Christ.
He just wants to know what I'm the best at.
Max, for what it's worth, I don't think any of us were necessarily chosen. We're just the ones that happen to be there.
But that's being chosen.
Right.
Hey, sure, yeah, you're picking from a shit batch, but you're still picking.
Who chose?
That's a good question. I guess, you know, if we're intrinsically linked to these things, these guys chose us.
Are we intrinsically linked to these things?
Probably. We've all got something that belongs to them. We've all connected, you know, we're connected to these fucking, like, by the compass.
Are you intrinsically linked to the person that made your hat?
Yes?
Who made your hat?
I don't want to answer that question.
Oh, now we're getting
Okay.
deep here.
Are you intrinsically linked to the person that made the torches in your adventurer's backpack nosebleed?
Actually, yes.
God damn it.
This, you know, this adventurer backpack was given to me by my grandfather, who had to make it himself because he didn't have the funds to buy one.
I think every step that we've made since the moment that we all joined together as a group is, I guess it's just fate. I don't.
I hate fate.
You might hate it, but it's fate. It exists.
For reference, Max's hat was made by a kobold called Pelopolis.
But if I go through my
Peter
notes, there's
Stupus?
somebody...
What?
Pelopolis made
Pontius
Max's hat.
Pilate? The guy that killed Jesus?
No.
No, that's me.
Oh my god.
Look, I don't necessarily believe in fate. But whether you think it's fate or whether you think it's just random happenstance that it is this group of us who happen to be involved in a tavern burning down, it's a situation that we're in. And while, yes, it is a lot of pressure, and yes, I think you could make a good argument that it's not exactly fair, I don't think we know exactly what we're dealing with fully yet. We don't know how or what is going to be required to make sure that everybody is safe and that the worst doesn't happen, or even what the worst looks like. What I can tell
We know what the worst looks like. It's the world ends. That's what they told us.
what does that mean?
I mean,
We
that
saw it.
literally, the space that we inhabit stops being.
I don't think we know that it's going to happen. Life as we know it may change, but life as we know it is constantly going to change. And it's not like it's happened before.
Hey, you know what all the theorists are saying? That the Industrial Revolution and its consequences will have disastrous consequences to the all the people of this world.
All I know is whether it's fate, whether it's random happenstance, or whether it's chosen by some kind of deities, what we have to deal with and what's in front of us. And honestly, very happy to have you guys here with me to be involved in this.
Well, I'm not turning back. And I share the same sentiment.
I'm just here to have good food. And if the world ends, there's no more good food. I'm not ready to be a part of the big soup yet.
They got everyone else is saying something profound. Do you want to go have a go, or
I could go for some soup.
Very
no,
profound.
we're not eating from the soup?
The big soup is where everything was, is, and shall be.
Look,
We
nobody
all
is
have
taking
doesn't sound that
anything from the
delicious.
soup.
But I'll take a bowl.
No, you will not take. Oh my god. Do you not remember when we went and saw my baby? The big soup? Do you not
Oh, yeah,
remember?
no, I absolutely remember.
Ilkar, I think
Delicious.
we're gonna have to have a talk about some things.
Finally.
That's not talking.
Alright.
That's doing.
Oh, Lord.
The soup is everywhere.
Ew.
And it's in all of us.
So I can't have a bowl or what?
Tandor points to the sky. Is it nighttime?
It's pretty much getting past sunset by this point.
Okay, so there's stars. Tandor points to the sky, goes, "That's the big soup." And then points down at the ground. "That's the big soup." And then points at their chest. "This is the big soup."
You already have the soup in you, Ikar. Is what I'm
So to
getting
get a
at.
bowl, would you have to resort to cannibalism? I think is what Akar is trying to, get at here.
I mean, worse.
The soup is everything. And then when your time comes, you go to the big soup. Now do you get it? Do you understand the metaphor?
Yeah, absolutely. It's delicious.
Okay.
That's what I said.
It's very delicious, but I'm not ready to be thrown into the big soup. You can't just throw a raw onion into the soup, you know?
Yeah, you can.
No, not a whole onion. You got to peel it. You got to cut it.
I mean, you don't have to. The people do. But it's still
I
delicious.
am a whole raw onion, and I am not ready for the big soup. Tandor says this very saying something profound, but it's
Rowan's
such
nodding.
a Tandorism.
Ed gets it completely. Rowan just
Thank
nods.
you.
Yes.
I am not ready to be a julienne carrot in the big soup of life.
But if you are, they
Yeah, does that mean that everybody who's killed before their time is a whole vegetable or scrap of meat in the big
no
soup?
before your time. The soup calls you when you are ready to be put in.
mostly turnips.
Are people turnips just by default, and then they turn into other articles of food? What is the base of the soup?
Oh, Lord.
I'm not a priest of the big soup.
You're doing a whole lot of preaching.
I'm not really a practicing big soup, you know. I only show up for the big holidays, and it's because my BB wanted me to do the big soup, so
Well, then the question is, Ikar, Max, are you ready to risk it all for the soup?
Yes. delicious.
I don't know if I'm willing to risk it all for soup.
Stew?
When you pass on to the big soup, you are part of big.
What I'm getting is that soup is life.
I want to be big
and
outside of soup.
death.
Well, then go be big outside of the soup, but the soup comes for us all.
No, I don't think it does.
One day you're gonna be a part of the soup, whether you like it or not.
No, you know what? I'm the biggest. I ain't fitting in that soup.
You came from the soup. You're going back in the soup.
As
I'm gonna be
soup
the
argument,
first one who doesn't.
first as the soup arguments continue, let's have our first little bit of break here.
By the way, can I get a point in, what would that be, cleric or paladin or whatever? Clearly I need some religion.
All the
Some
clowns
sort
are-
of religion, all the cults.
Yeah,
make
you
religion out of that.
Big soup lore.
I need a plus
Big
one to
soup
something. Can I get big soup lore, please?
On that note, I'm pausing.
Hello, everybody. We're moving on to the next vignette. So, the views above are stunning. The scent of the evergreen trees crisp in the air as Kamek moves along the currents and unseen ways which flow over and through the continent. Could I get an Arcana, Society, Nature, or Survival check to see who may have an idea on just where you all might be heading to for this last leg of the journey?
Survival?
I did say
Ooh.
survival.
Okay. I was too busy setting up a Reddit command in the DMs for you to remind me in 19 hours.
Yes.
Ugh, untrained improv giving +8 is a lovely thing to say.
God damn.
I'm good at everything.
The every bold.
Hopefully intelligence plus 0
yep.
checks out.
Mm-hmm. Chemo, you don't exactly know.
I don't fucking know, man.
Well, given you're not usually from this perspective, looking through things, you would probably know by the roads, but definitely not this region. Through the wilds. Ikar, you are equally clueless, trying to attune and sort of figure out where the ley lines are flowing, but instead you get a little airsick. You go a
shit
little
about
more you get a little more green than usual.
Breathe, Icky. Breathe.
Don't.
Uh,
That was
with,
a
it,
noise.
with an 18, you know that there is probably some folk around here. But you're usually not on this side of the continent. The plains and forests were usually not your forte, Maximus. And you're not too much of a people person.
I don't know where you'd get that idea from.
Let's see. Survival. Tandor being sort of having an idea more about the wilds and some old stories, at least. You believe you're going to one of the old ley line wells, where some of the heroes of the past had delved deep into one of the Rune Lord dungeons.
Oh, Lord.
And there does happen to be a
It's actually
pair-
pronounced Rune Lord, not Oh Lord.
Rune Lord.
and there
Continues.
happens to be a couple of very large trees, which have a very curious people that did unsettle one of your ancestors long ago.
It's them. It's the guy.
And
It's the
Rowan,
guy.
knowing these ley lines, knowing sort of where things lead, and what well is quite nearby, you do know that you are specifically heading off to Laca di Capo.
We're heading off to that place.
Laca
Laca
di Capo.
the couple. Yep, that one.
Laca the
Laca
doctor.
the couple.
You
Gonna
are
head-
eventually
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
dropped off in the forest nearby. Probably only a small couple hours trek away through the woods from the village itself. But Kamek will sort of give a nod of the head before they take wing back to their nest, moving along the ley lines.
Goodbye, friend.
Have I been here before?
You probably have been. The home of the Kunrasu is an interconnected set of bridges between its main pair of colossal trees with a few outliers here and there as expansions were required. Flying beast taxis, floating magical items, and other means aid in traversal across, along with elevators at key points to ferry those up and down between the canopies and forest floor below. Welcome to Lakatikapul, the beacon of Light's Rest.
What wrong? What's this place called?
Lapadidilapadigatka.
Oh, okay. Da. Sounds strangely like dwarven.
Rowan would know that Conrasu reside here, yeah.
Yes, you'd be familiar with the Kunrasu.
Ooh, the Conrasa, I love those guys.
Vrock's favorite.
Large majority of Kunrasu, where you have of various shapes, configurations, and sizes. These dark orbs filled with stars of different shades and I guess you could say almost constellation forms, which are moving through the aid of wooden form bodies. Sometimes, something a bit more humanoid, something a little bit more animalistic. Sometimes it's almost just like a single sentry arm that is able to drag itself across because it has a bunch of other tiny little wooden hands and vines crawling at the base.
Yeah, I've heard they're wonderful dancers.
They used to scare me when I was young. But very good dancers. Yes.
And by this point, the compass is now pointing more northwest. And gives you time to do any shopping and other preparations, as you'll be moving along from forest to jungle. Knowing the
Excellent.
general surroundings.
I would like to buy things.
Good, shops are available, as well as any other roleplay or other bit of downtime as you make your preparations.
Rocky, is there a
And
limit?
things for
Oh,
rest.
never mind. I can have 10 items invested. I already answered
Yes.
my question.
Yes.
Oop.
There is a way to increase that limit, but that is via a feat which has a requirement. I think you need a certain amount of charisma for that bonus. And to get the feat, I think a level 11 or so.
I really wanted to buy the item called Bag of Cats, but I was
I
not
was
ready
just
to
looking
pay
at the bag of cats.
500 gold pieces for it.
That's incredible. Of all the stores and all the things to look at, I was just looking at the bag of cats.
Yeah, because it's fucking great.
I also
I
have a
am
very squeaky kitty.
Prepared
You guys can hear it.
to pay the 500 gold for the bag of cats.
Now, whether the bag of cats is actually available, given that Lakatikapul is a secondary sort of town, you will not be able to purchase any uncommon items here.
Well, we'll just have to wait, kitty.
Mm-hmm. Ugh, I want that wounding rune. Ooh. So expensive. Oh,
Sorry.
I
She's
guess
getting very frustrated with me trying to keep her awake.
while we're here, Rowan will find somewhere to fuse her staff?
Oh yeah, you can do that most any place. It's a It's a certain
Don't
amount
eat
of
the pop filter.
That's her pop filter.
No, it's my pop
Yeah,
filter.
that is essentially a 10-minute ritual that you would take part of.
I guess Rowan will ask around and find somewhere zen so she can concentrate on this fusion.
Yeah, thankfully there are actually a fair number of vistas you can go to depending upon what you want to go look out at, the amount of tree cover, etc., etc.
To determine if a item is uncommon.
If
You'll
the
have the
text is
uncommon tag.
funny yellow orange.
Okay. So I would be able to purchase a Vaporeous pipe.
That would be from
Masked.
the master merchant. A vaporous pipe. You would be, yes.
Fantastic.
That's neat.
There's so much. I'm overwhelmed by all this shit. I might wait to buy something till after the session if I can just say that it happened here. If it's not uncommon. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rowan, quick
Yeah.
question.
Sure. What's going on?
You're familiar with the place we're going to some degree, right?
Oh, God. Jeez.
I'm familiar with this place, but I'm not. Would Rowan? Can I roll anything that could help with Rowan knowing whether or not where they're going?
Do you, well, given the sort of the area, do you think you would have traveled? Do you think Rowan has ever traveled further in?
Is there a way
Than
you
this
can show
point.
me the map?
Yes, there is. I will actually pull folks over to the map.
Okay, cool. And you said northwest?
Northwest. Into the jungles.
Maybe she didn't travel through there. Maybe she just knows what's there.
That would be society then.
Well, let's see if I do.
Society, or I'm gonna check your skills right quick again. Yeah, that's mostly a society check there.
Can I also do this, but as a, like, are there Kitsune types in this area?
Not in this area, but you might think about the area that
Or
might
like
be going
nature?
forward. Nature or nature or Kitsune lore. If you want to sort of plumb where there might be others. So you would know of where you're going ahead. There is a village known as Mizabibu that is deeper in the jungles.
Yeah, the only thing I know of in facing that direction of the compass is a place called Mizabibu. I've never been there before. This is as far as I've gone in this direction.
You have heard of stories from your aunt about Mizabibu.
Yeah, Amelia, she told me about it.
Mhm.
So,
Uh,
yeah,
and
that's my only guess.
Kimo, there are a few Kitsune in that area, though only because that particular village, as Rowan would also know, is home of other types of shapeshifters.
In that same Mizubipu place or somewhere else?
In the same Mizabibu place.
Does Kimo know about that, or can Rowan divulge
That's
that?
me.
Oh, you know
That's
about
me.
that.
You know about the shapeshifter. Kimo knows they're Kitsune because of the shapeshifters.
But Rowan doesn't
Rowan
know
knows.
they're Kitsune.
Yeah, Rowan knows of the main shapeshifter population that Mizabibu makes up, of people known as the Anadi. whose secondary form are that of arachnids.
I will share that information for sure. So, none of us have been in this direction to Mizabibu. Is that what I'm picking up?
Yeah, from what
There's
I
no
can tell.
so there's apart from kind of looks over to Chemo, the shape shifting part of it. I don't know what the other connection would be.
I think we're all related.
No, I'm not saying that. You're the only one of us who can shapeshift, and there's a shapeshifter.
Adrian with her racism.
Rowan, we gotta have a talk about this.
Maybe we should talk to my
You know, it
grandmother
was
Pandora.
it was bad enough when you were doing it at my home place, but now you're just accusing everyone of being a kitsune.
No, I'm not. No, not all shapeshifters can turn into kitsune, right?
Yeah,
No
not all
shapeshifters
Yeah,
turn
you're one of the
into
good
kitsune.
ones, Chemo.
Stop putting
Hear
words in
that?
my mouth.
The kitsune are shapeshifters. Nothing turns into a kitsune.
Well, thank you for the correction. I did not mean any offense. I promise.
Glaring.
I promise. I've just tried to find the connection as to why we're going in that direction.
I do know of shapeshifters in that area, yes.
Oh, so it's bad when I say it.
Well, I'm allowed to. By the way, he does not relay that there's kitsune there. He's just referring to shapeshifters.
Mm.
Mhm.
Well, I have something to attend to for like 10 minutes before we head off, because I don't know what's between here and there. We might be attacked. You never know.
Do you need help?
I think I can handle it. Just going to make things easier. Free my hands up, you know. Trying to use this bow and this staff. I'm gonna make things a little easier on myself.
You enjoyed that. Hey, Chemo, we should have a talk.
I'm gonna go
Sure.
and make 1 and 1 too. I mean, wait, 1 and 1. Shit, that doesn't matter. 1 and 1, 1. Anyway, I'm off. I feel dumb right now. 1 and 1 2.
Game of Stars and Max was like, what's her deal?
I don't know. She's gone a bit cuckoo bananas recently, right? I'm not the only one.
From getting blown up.
Until you mentioned that you were doing something with the bow and the staff, it sounded like something entirely different.
Yeah, I think she's going to try and sleep with one of the rocks.
Look, I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah, but it's really weird after, you know, a racist tirade to then go immediately sleep
Oh
with
my
a rock.
god, a racist tirade.
Honestly, Max, it is not weird of white humans to do that.
Oh my. Human? Wait.
Humans?
Wait, I'm not human.
You're not here right now.
She's a fucking half elf.
Yeah, and half what?
Oh shit.
Ah!
Rowan's nose is bleeding on the way to go and use her staff.
Yes, Max, what did you want to talk about?
No, that was it. Just that you know, Rowan's going cuckoo bananas.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
Oh my gosh.
Max, do you want to come to a tavern with me?
Sorry,
And-
this whole time we've been talking, I've been buying ammunition.
Oh, because I wanted to see if the Kenrosu have any poetry that you could tell me about Rocky. Maybe give me a specific example.
Hey,
Yes.
Ika, do you want to go to a different tavern that Chemo's not in?
Yes. Let's
Yeah, okay.
fucking go.
You can give me a performance check or society. Perhaps even diplomacy if you wished. To
Oh
find
yeah,
a
let's
tavern.
let's do the master of diplomacy for me. Rocky, please give me
Okay.
a poem.
You are able to find an establishment in which there are more free-form performative arts.
Okay, that's great.
And
Like what?
eventually a Kanwasu does take to the little platform stage that is set aside. As you are putting me on the spot to think of something here.
It's fine. I'm trying to get my notes open to
Yes.
take this down.
Good.
I think I'm just gonna post in text what Rowan is doing.
Go ahead. You got your notes, Travis?
I am so ready for you, Rocky.
Okay. All light from the trees. Is it from within or out? Where do the faint stars lie?
What's the title of it?
I don't think they actually gave it a title.
Also, they have a slightly different haiku structure.
I think I threw in a the where there was not needed to be at that last one.
No, middle line is 8. And the last one's 6. We'll go with it. They have a different haiku structure.
Hmm.
So untitled Kenrasu poem. Well done, Rocky.
Speaking of different tavern, thankfully I had this available. This and 7. Taking time to stop into a tavern, there is something which comes to mind when a calendar is finally able to be spotted on the wall. It is the 6th of Evidnir, and that is a special day, at least if they happen to count it to themselves. With only one other who might know of it, unless it had been shared in recent days. Ikar, do you make a fuss about your birthday, and does anyone know it's your birthday?
I do not. No, I don't mention it.
What
At
the
all.
fuck, man? He even has a scene called Birthday Party ready. What are you doing?
What the fuck? Give him something.
Rowan might know.
Piss.
Okay. Well, then, after she finishes this, over somewhere quiet. Bloop.
Hope you've written it in your notes as well.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh. I don't have to hold both the staff and the bow anymore. I can use the fucking staff spells with spell strike.
Oh.
So, we have Ikar and Maximus in a tavern.
Rowan's gonna figure out where they went.
Whichever tavern doesn't have chemo in it.
Wait, so
If you hear Kimo, keep going.
Chemo's at another tavern? Where's Tandor?
Chemo's at essentially a jazz bar.
I don't know where I am.
Well, I was gonna
I
snatch.
followed somebody.
Snatch them up and
Then I'm
drag
with you.
them to wherever they are, wherever Icar and Max are.
I would probably be rocking with you if nobody dragged me along. I'm just here for the
So
ride.
did Tandor watch what Rowan did after?
Wait, would Tandor not want to go with Chemo to find poetry?
No!
Rude.
Sandor does not find your poetry interesting. Does not
Prob-
understand. Very little soup metaphor.
Tandor would probably find the curious arcane ritual which fused fire stave, and curious bone bow together. Especially being kind of fire coated.
Yeah.
That's cool. That was so cool, Ron.
Finally.
Ron, you're so cool.
Rowan blushes a little bit. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Well, on that note, Tandor, I don't know if you know this or not, but
Huh?
it's Icar's birthday today.
Ah! Is his birthday?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's young. He's a little baby. What is he, like
Oh,
15 now?
happy
He's
So
not
young
old
and
enough
so
to drive a
small.
car yet. No.
He'll be 17 at this point.
17 or something, I think. But I don't think he's told anybody else. He might have told Max Rex. I don't know. They're pretty close. You know, they're real close.
Yeah,
But-
I noticed that too.
We should find Chemo and find the Max and surprise Icar. Because he just loves surprises.
He does?
Oh, yeah. He totally loves them.
Because everything I've seen about him says that he doesn't like surprises, but you know him best, so I trust you.
Good.
Like, his whole energy just screams like, don't surprise me, but you clearly know more than I do, obviously. You've known him his whole life, so
I think
therefore,
we should-
I believe it.
Well, okay, would Rowan know what Beeman likes to eat, sweet-wise?
No, because that is
Not Beeman, sorry,
entirely...
Icar. Fucking hell.
No,
No,
nose is
Mostly.
just like streaming blood.
And
that's from the ritual.
Take 8d8 meta damage.
Would Rowan know, like, because they've probably feasted before and gone to bars, or taverns, so does Rowan know what Icar would like? Beeman. I'm asking Beeman specifically, as far as like pastries go.
Yeah,
and-
for sure. Whenever Tandor's cooking, Icar's paying attention.
Okay. Rowan wants to like grab what they need to make him like this like pastry and some food. And obviously they're Rowan's gonna pay for his tab at the tavern.
I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to whisper it to you.
Okay. Rowan tippy toes to lean in.
Tandor,
Ah!
you can also give me a society or cooking lore check to see if you happen to have any plum of knowledge about the goblin palate.
Ooh.
Okay. Never mind.
You might have
You
a
do
hero-
have 3 whole ass
Yes.
hero
Oh
points
my
if you
God,
Her
want.
last hero
three
points.
whole fucking. I am going to reroll. My dice aren't working.
They are,
The
it's 28.
The rolly dice isn't showing up anymore. No sound.
Oh, that's-
either.
Shut
Let
up for
me
me.
refresh.
That's good enough.
It's plenty good for me. It
Yeah,
doesn't
we're
refresh.
important enough to see the dice, so.
I
Well.
want to see the dice.
Well, you do know that most goblins have a proclivity towards a sweet tooth, especially for dairy.
Especially for dairy. Ooh, okay.
So you could either be tongue in cheek and make an egg-shaped profiterole and dunk it in chocolate,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or you could do possibly some form of castellan cake.
Ooh.
to find somewhere for you to do
with
this.
plenty of icing.
Shit. Where do we go? We gotta borrow Kenrasu stove. Something.
I have a cauldron.
Oh.
I could make big mug cake. Cauldron!
Clank, 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 clank.
Oh God, I forgot you had that thing. Oh Jesus.
Okay, so I got
Gods.
cauldron. I got ingredients. I need egg, sugar. I need butter. I need more sugar. Better sugar. Small sugar.
Whatever you need, I can go get
Small, dusty, small sugar,
it. Okay, dusty small sugar. Okay.
and then big sugar too.
Like
Crunchy and dusty.
crunch. Okay, crunchy, dusty.
You know,
sugar.
Icar, it's probably a bad idea to have our 6th drink in 6 minutes, but what do I know?
Oh,
Idea for who?
Lord.
Yeah, you're right. They've got to deal with us after the fact.
Fucking egg.
So we can. I want Rowan to gather whatever Tandor needs and find somewhere maybe they can cook or use the
Can
cauldron.
I drag Rowan and Rocky into the GM one-on-one real
Nope.
quick for just a second?
Give me 2 shakes of something. I nicked myself. I need to take care of that.
Fuck! Stop playing with knives.
Rocky's out right here being a DM and making dinner.
Yeah, Rocky's out here DMing and learning
No,
how
no,
to do like hibachi.
He said
No,
he doesn't. People aren't ready to be julienne onions while julienning some onions.
No. I nicked my I nicked the back of my hand with a nail.
Oh no. Oh yeah, take care of that.
Why are
Rocky's
you
out here
doing
building
carpentry?
houses. While
Like you're
'Cause
staying
I had-
in,
'cause-
I'm building one.
No, the back of my hand was itchy.
Ah. What?
Wait, you mean
know?
your nails? Your
Yeah,
nails?
my nail.
Oh, not
Good
a not
lord,
a
man.
like
What
not
the
how much
motherfucker?
cocaine do you do?
Oh shit.
Fight it.
God damn, dude.
It just happened to be a sharp corner that I caught, so no.
Oh yeah, I've been there. You're right. You're right. You're right. And when
Anyways.
you're right, you're right.
Let's hop to the GM 101.
Yes.
All right.
Hello, everyone.
Oh Lord, the fucking recording's
Okay,
gonna hear that.
hello. All right. So the idea I had,
Yes.
because I 100%, you know, Tandor 100% buys that he would love a surprise, but Tandor also knows that Icar is an agent of chaos,
Yes.
and my idea is that I would put shrinking jam into,
Oh no,
at
are
least
you going to?
one of the pastries.
Oh,
I
Lord.
was about to say, were you just going to do like a sort of 2-layered cake, but there's like, you know, a layer of jam and cream in one of those middle.
I was
portions.
gonna do little, like, you know,
Oh.
some individual cakes
cupcakes
basically,
or
and do a
something.
Russian roulette.
Oh
A
my
sort of
God.
a profiterole situation almost.
Yeah, I want a
Okay.
profiterole situation, Russian profiterole situation.
Okay.
And the shrinking jam will be in one of them.
Okay.
And it could end up in Icar's hands. It could end up in my hands.
Rowan,
Whatever.
and
Okay.
So Rowan's gonna know about
Alright,
this and be totally into
Rowan
it.
knows about
Okay.
this, but we're keeping it
Okay.
secret from everybody else.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that there is going to be a D10 roll, and whoever happens to roll that number first, then I will
Okay.
see how that goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll-
needed you to be in on it, and I needed Rowan to be in on it because I was like, oh, I can't say it out loud.
Yes.
So yeah,
Cool.
Fantastic.
but yeah,
Fine by me.
Rowan's helping me out, so obviously, you know, she would know about the ingredients that I need,
Yes. Cool.
Sounds good.
All right.
and it will be the instant one as well.
Yes. Of course, it's gonna be the most potent one.
Perfect. All right,
All
back
right.
to it.
The skibbity hibbity hobbity body.
Owl overhead, and she's chill.
Okay.
This dog got sedated a full dose twice and still would not be down. She would still raise her head fully when anybody walked in the room. The vet's like,
Oh my God.
yeah, we don't know what's happening.
Well, hello. Give me a cooking lore for the funny cooking.
Ah, yes, of course. Of course.
I swear, if you guys went into the GM one-on-one, just like, oh, we made you a birthday cake, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Shit. Re-rolling.
All right, cool.
Also,
That'll do.
Rowan's gonna make quote unquote confetti by tearing a page out of her book. And making
Okay,
little
can you
pieces.
give me a crafting check then?
Sure. How
That
can you
book is
fuck
never
this
gonna
up?
be the same.
How can you fuck
It's,
this
it's never gonna be the same after that. That's terrible.
She rolls a nat 1, and all she does is tear out one full page.
It rips the cover off by
Yeah,
accident.
this is confetti, right?
I
Breaks
remember
the
there
spine
being,
of the
like,
book
these little,
entirely.
like,
Also,
Very
I want to let
low
you guys
DC.
know
Mhm.
that Aurora fell asleep directly underneath my chair, and I
Lovely.
got up to find her because I turned around, I couldn't see her.
Yep,
So I'm
yep.
looking around the entire room. She was nanometers
Oh.
away from being rolled over,
Oh,
and she
no.
was
Oh.
fully dead asleep.
Oh boy,
Yeah, no sense of survival on this one.
0.
Should you, sweetie?
All right.
Yes, you are.
All right, simple confetti,
Yeah, just simple confetti.
and yes,
Enough to give everybody that Rowan's dragging, which will probably be Rowan, Tandor, and Chemo if and when they go find him.
Mhm.
Rowan
I'm
had a
sure you would
birthday where this
gather up-
happened. Rowan had a birthday where this happened. That's why she's doing it. This could be foreign to everybody else.
with some gathering up, eventually the rest of the accoutrement will get to the tavern and already see probably multiple mugs or bottles at the bar.
Did we find Chemo though?
I assume there would be some finding of chemo, correct, Travis?
Yeah. I'm not hiding.
Come along with us. You're coming to say happy birthday to the Ikar. Shoves like a handful of confetti into Chemo's hand, explains nothing, drags him along.
No explanation needed. He's very excited.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, how do you approach when you do find the tavern that the other two are still very clearly drinking through?
How full is this tavern? Is it busy? Is it loud? Is there bards playing?
There's things going on, so it's plenty.
Is there enough going on that we
Going
can
on.
sneak up behind them?
Therein does lie the question, and I would say that this would be. Let me see. I think this would be perception checks from Max and Ikar
Fucking
at
fail.
a -2 penalty versus the stealth DCs of those approaching.
Oh lord.
So let me just check and
This
find
is
the
gonna
average
be-
here. I was about to say, are we going to follow the expert for this one?
Who's the expert at stealth right now? Oh, I can see that.
Not me.
Chemo.
Can confirm.
Is that Chemo?
Of stealth?
Stealth, yes.
Brother, I got the +2, so.
I'm plus 14, so I guess, yeah, that would maybe be me.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, having a look at the DCs, I understand the DCs now. Can I get those perception checks from Maximus and Ikar at -2?
And they're like 6 fucking drinks in, is what I heard.
Very funny circumstance bonus, Riley.
Thank you. At least somebody saw it.
Alcoholic beverage. I love it.
Hey. It would pass Ikar's notice, but not Maximus. Maximus, you do see out of the corner of your eye the rest of your party approaching quietly, and looks like they're carrying something.
Sandor just puts one finger up to their lips, like, shh.
Riley, is Maximus a narc?
When it's funny.
Oh.
Ah,
Rowan's gonna give Max like a for fuck's
I'll
sake,
kill you
please.
look.
Yeah, and then I'll kill you look.
He's gonna give a "What are you gonna pay me?" look.
Rowan's
Like he drops the eyes, like knowingly.
Drops the eyes, raises the eyebrow with a few waggles, like,
with a free hand. She's like doing like the drinking motion on me and like pointing to herself, and then her coin purse. I'll pay. Just shut up.
Looks like it's your tab. That's the pay.
Yep.
It was gonna be anyway.
Well, yeah,
That's true.
both Acar's
Like
and
Max
Max's
knocks his flagon down twice and then sinks the rest of his drink, encouraging Icar to do the same thing.
Oh
Hell
boy.
yeah.
Okay,
I
so
absolutely follow suit.
yep. And then you are able to approach right behind. What is done next? How is the surprise sprung?
I guess we throw confetti, which is gonna be completely annoying and probably go into their drink.
Yes. So when the confetti gets thrown, Tandor bellows out. Where is my? It wouldn't be intimidate.
That would be fucking hilarious.
No, are you going to try to belt out a very loud and probably obnoxious happy birthday, because that would be performance?
Yes, that was.
Can
the
all
plan.
three of us do this? Can we shop
Perhaps,
this?
yes.
Maybe get the
I
attention
have
of
plus
the whole
0
tavern.
in performance, so.
Good, it's going to be off key.
Yes.
All right, here we go. No whammies. Yay!
Okay, it's the usual, can't you can at least carry a tune in a bucket, but it is still the usual off-key start that every happy birthday is.
It
I
is the big soup day. It's your big soup day. Happy soup day to you,
Can't follow that
Icar.
up. Nope.
That's ominous as hell. Big soup day? Does that imply that every day you're getting closer to death?
Yes.
Yes.
That is what the agent is. Happy birthday, Icar.
Happy birthday, big
Oh,
soup day to
And
you.
there are
There you go. Stop singing. Stop singing. Thank
There-
you. Thank you.
yeah,
Stop singing.
confetti, and there are 10 little pastries.
Oh shit.
They're nice little
upon hearing-
rolls with jam in them. They're delicious.
Yep, can everybody turn on the blind GM roll and roll me a d10?
This is ominous.
I forgot how to do that. There it is.
There it is.
The eye with the slash. Cool.
While Profiterol is getting hold of that, Chemo hears Icar say, "Stop singing, stop singing." He goes, "Okay, you don't want to hear a song? Fine. Here's a poem. Light bulbs on a birthday cake. What a difference that would make. Plug it in and make a wish. Then relax and flip a switch. No more smoke or a waxy mess to bother any birthday guests.
Can I cram a
Grandpa
pastry in his face?
It's not the same. Where's the magic? Where's
I'm
the
gonna cram a
flame?
pastry in his face.
To get your wish, without a doubt, you'll need to blow some candles out." Quick aside, out of character, credit to Calef Brown, who wrote that poem called "Birthday Lights."
Amazing.
Well done.
Yay.
Okay, everyone has pastry.
Okay, cool. Everyone's had a pastry for the first pastry. 5 are left. Can everybody roll me a secret d6?
Is there a poison one? What's happening? Oh no, I just rolled a bad, I think, maybe.
You have no idea.
I rolled a bad.
Okay.
I rolled
All
a
right.
bad, I think.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We should all cheers with our little cupcakes and eat.
That's
eat 'em
fine.
all at the time.
Hell yeah.
So, can I get a D100 roll between Icar and Rowan, please?
Alright.
I want this to be public.
Yeah, make it
100?
public. Make it public.
Make
Is it
this one
public?
public.
Okay.
This
Okay.
one will be. It's a public D100 rule.
Oh.
Oh, goddamn
Oh,
it.
piss ass.
Don't worry, I'll show it.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, Ikar, as you imbibe the second cream puff, the jam tastes a little off,
Oh, no.
a little bit like mushrooms.
Fantastic.
Pandor, can you please post the jam?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second here. There we go.
Do it all your gear smaller. Fucking tiny.
Tiny
Already-
Ikar.
already tiny. No, fucking tinier. God damn
Yes.
it.
Bro, Ikar just went into like
It's all
and
right,
quantum
bitch.
realm.
Pretty much. Now you are about half the size you were.
Goddamn motherfucker.
Listen, it was gonna be a...
Goddamn. Fucking delicious.
Listen, Ikar, listen. It was a roulette. All right, I figured you'd like that if somebody randomly just got shrunken.
It's your
Put me in my
birthday.
drink, please.
Oh my! Put you in your drink. You won't fit in this mug. Get it. All his rounds are on me, and this guy over here with the hat.
His rounds, they just need like a drop of it, and then that's it. That's all he needs right now.
No, he's still gonna be drinking the same.
Yeah, no, I'm still drinking the same.
Bartender, can we get a shot of ale?
A kitty-sized cup.
Amazing.
You know, in terms of birthday presents, it's pretty low on the list, huh?
It's not half bad.
I drink for cheap. What's wrong?
I mean, shit, you're buying.
What?
I'm buying.
Yeah.
I got you.
You're just saving your own money. That's all that is.
Look, it doesn't last that long. It's only an hour. It was supposed to be for somebody
It's amazing.
else, but you grabbed the wrong one.
Anyway,
Son of a
everyone roll initiative for the dragon that comes in.
Just fucking pick up Ikar like a baseball and chuck him.
Thank you very much. The dragon's in the room with us right now.
Dragon was gonna attack us, sees this shit, and turns around and walks out.
Fuck
He's like,
this.
no. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
They don't.
But I definitely know the clowns.
The shrink only lasts an hour, right? You're only. It's fine. You'll be that way for. We'll be here for a little while. You'll be fine. Pet
Honestly,
pet.
I gives no shits. I just want to get closer to my drink. It's up on the table and I can't fucking reach it.
You need the booster seat? Okay.
Uppies.
I got you. Rowan picks her up and sets her in her lap. All right, go on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rowan said you like surprises. I thought you would like
She
this.
just has a big grin on her face at him.
She also said I like being called Icky. So listen to her.
You're saying that she lied? Oh
Listen,
my
as long as I've
god.
known you, we haven't gotten to celebrate your birthday, so we're doing it now.
That was a good one.
The world's gonna end, okay? Shit, in my turn. Okay, we have to do it up.
Happy big soup day to you.
Thank you.
You only turned 17 once, you know.
Oh my
Some
god,
time
yeah,
shenanigans.
you're 17.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No, I shit.
Oh, it's a terrifying prospect. We don't... Us races don't live that long. Kobolds and goblins both, reduced lifespans.
So this is why we make the
Reduce
most of
nothing.
time with you both.
Y'all motherfuckers live too long.
That's what I'm saying. I'm tired.
How dare you? I don't live that long. I'm only 23.
All these babies.
Yeah, Tandor, don't worry, I'm only 23 too.
Nobody likes you when you're 23. Let me tell you.
I'm not gonna tell a single one of you when it's my birthday. It's gonna be really funny.
Damn you.
That's both in and out of character.
You piss.
I've heard something about unbirthdays. We'll find
You,
we'll
no,
find the day.
you don't want to talk about unbirth. This is the internet.
Oh shit. Anyway, we should party all night until the next day.
Yeah, we're gonna party all the time. Just like my girl. She likes to do that. But,
But, Tisha, any other little evening conversations after the party does wind down?
anybody want to have a chat?
I'd offer a present, Dicker, but I didn't know when it was.
Kimo just leans around. I think there's only one present he wants from you.
Yes, I agree. It's a very cheap present.
Hey, fuck you. I ain't cheap.
Yeah, according to this tab, yeah, you're not cheap
Yeah,
at all.
according to the character sheet there up on there, I'm actually the most expensive.
Cough, cough. Would love romance in this campaign. Cough.
I'd want to do the like wingman, like slight shoulder push of Max into Icar to make it happen. But I also know that Max very well may draw guns if I do.
I'm already drawing them.
How drunk would Tandor be?
I think everyone's sufficiently leathered.
I think everyone is a good point to sloshed.
All right, Tandor, in their quite inebriated state, went, "Oh my God, just kiss already," and then passes out on the bar.
Who are they? Oh.
Just seeing Tanner pass out after saying that, Kimo just looks up. Rowan, what's this over here? And just grabs Rowan by the arm and takes her to the other side of the tavern.
Oh, what's over there? Where are we going? I'm going over here. Bye.
Ma called the bees are back.
Waiting for Max to do that. So you come here often?
Yeah, I mean this is Max and Icar's moment. So
If there is to be a moment.
if there is to be a moment, this would be the time, since no one else is here and the floor is yours.
Well, it's a good time to head to bed, wouldn't you say? Time to be hitting the old hay. The old dusty trails.
How you kids are calling it now? Damn.
Yeah, I call it the road less taken. I think Icar's passed out.
No, Beeman, we don't got any word from you.
Demon, you're muted again.
No, he's not. That's the thing.
He did an unmute. There was an unmute remute. I think this might be a mic issue.
Ruh-roh.
Cooked by God.
Isn't this like a trope of some kind? The forced misconnection.
Uh-oh.
How about now?
Good
Yeah,
Better.
job.
like,
What did we
Okay,
miss?
what the fuck? I don't know. I was lighting up the whole time, and
This whole time, Beeman has been describing
Screaming.
a gratuitous graphic sex scene
Oh,
for us.
just
That's
so
exactly what was
moist.
happening.
yes, that's what happened. Yeah.
Something, verdigris on the copper. I don't know.
The road less traveled.
I mean, he did say he's
roads
not cheap.
plural. I know enough about both of us to know that we're both verse.
Yep.
Well, any steps taken, or shall we leave it as I'm trying to find the word where it's
Implied gratuitous sex.
no, not that.
Exceedingly loud too.
I can't find the word, and I'm going to yell it sometime later.
Meanwhile, I just yelled sex at the top of my lungs.
Ambiguous, thank you.
That's fair enough.
Question is like, does anything happen? Do they do anything? That
there
is for y'all
flirting?
to say.
Is there?
Wait, so that means that we did this, but like Tandor, or, Rowan and Chemo are too drunk to remember that they walked over there for that reason, so they stopped.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And we don't know.
What are we doing over here, Kimo?
You guys. But my business is good.
Tinder's talking in their sleep.
No, I need dusty sugar. Please, thank
I have yet to get a distinctive answer from either Riley or Beeman. Does anything occur when the two are left alone? Any words
I mean,
exchanged?
Yeah, he said, "Let's get out of here," and I said,
Yeah.
"Yes, let's go."
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, things happen.
Wait, so
Things-
ambiguous though? Or
So ambiguous. Oh my god.
Things-
I
On
mean,
the-
if you
on
want
the
to take
first
over
day
there,
of Pride
Max,
Month?
if
No.
you want to take over on that key, you be my guest.
I mean, I totally could. I could make this recording totally awful.
First day of Pride Month, let's go.
We're not
You want
monetized
to-
anyway.
We don't have a Patreon yet for people to pay
Yeah.
for the extra content,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Nah.
I'm not giving that away for free.
No,
Damn.
definitely not.
Yeah, if you can
I
find
suppose-
something that you love and get paid for it.
Mhm. So, we will just leave it for the hangover the next day as we move on forward.
roll for that? Or is
I-
it just based solely on how much you imbibe?
I'm sure, you know, to what level if you would like to roll for how bad your hangover is, you can do that, but it's just going to be, you know, you definitely drank a lot. Y'all partied a lot. However
Okay.
long that hangover may last, it's however long it lasts. Up to you.
No negative effects to anything.
No.
Statistically.
Nothing mechanical, pure roleplay. But on the next day, as you do make your way out and past the stations and outposts on the forest floor, there is a bulkier column that pushes out of a building as you pass by it. Its orb a whizzing pattern of stars before it comes to a still as it spots the insignia for the adventuring guild. And it will speak. Wary, your lights travel not far from the path, though yours may hold closer to Boambi than others. Kiliza has their hand on the forest these days, so take heed less to Basha and more to Kulo if you feel yourselves in danger. Some have gone and not returned.
Wait, you mean people like you or others?
Others. Those who follow the trails.
Well, what's happening? Are they just not coming back? Like, what's...
No sign, no trail, no message of arrival or delay.
This is ominous.
Partly ominous.
really brings down the good mood we were having with the whole party thing.
Yeah, don't it?
So no trace, no nothing, just people were disappearing, and
Yes.
that's helpful. Thanks.
Yes. If you would like to give me a religion or society check to decipher what was meant by that particular Konrasu, since they have a particular
Oh,
set with their speech, I can reveal that.
I can too.
That's very true. All right, from what you can tell off of that roll, is that the names they invoked are particular deities, which they specifically call after, depending upon the aspect of what may be going. Boambi is the traveler, one who is not impeded in the travels. Kilisa is the trickster. Basha is a brave and foolhardy youth, and Kulo is
We've heard these names before.
Yes, we have.
is the quick messenger.
I mean, not. Wait, season 1 characters heard these names before, yeah?
They did, yes.
Yeah,
When speaking
this
with
is
Konrasu,
how they talk.
it's how they talk.
Remember how infuriating it was?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
some of us?
Can I roll anything to recall any stories told about the Konrasu and
Society.
their gods and whatnot?
Society and religion, or
Oh,
Konrasu lore.
I will try.
Fairly decent. What do you want to know?
Oh fuck! What do I want to know?
Yeah, you get 3 questions.
Can I pull from everyone else if they have questions? 'Cause
Sure.
I don't know what to ask.
I mean, it sounds like this dude doesn't know. 'Cause there's no trace. Just like, hey,
Something-
people are disappearing. Good luck.
Something tricky is going on with the forest. They're just a guard stationed at, an outpost. But they happen to recognize that you are adventurers of a certain rank, and that your presence may be a solution if you are wary and not foolhardy.
You can ask him if the people that have disappeared before us, were they just like normal people, or were they like prepared, capable?
Yeah, did the
Adventurers.
ones that came before us, did they seem like adventurers as well, or just passing through?
From the types, their lights were those of merchants and pilgrims.
Never is ganking normies.
What about asking how long have you been here? How long has this been happening?
The returns have been occurring only the past few days.
That recent?
That recent where we got the first word. It can sometimes take up to a week
is
for word to get.
the direction that did they point in any direction, or is it the
They
general direction
are
we're going?
they specifically on the trail.
And is the compass facing directly that way?
Yes. How did you know?
Fantastic. That's the way we have to go. Well, I guess we have no other choice. To truck on through and see what's going on. That's what we do, right? Right? Sorry, I'm hungover. People
If you
disappearing.
can tell, I'm nervous.
I would be more nervous if my head wasn't pounding.
Really, you've been around this long and you are that easily hungover?
That easily? We drank a lot.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I think, me, Ikar, and Chemo have been drinking, like, pretty much every time we've been in town.
That's what towns are for.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information. What
Yeah, you're welcome.
little it was. Not you, Max. I guess.
Yes, thank you. And may insert correct deity here's names light look over you.
Can you give me a religion check to see if you do get the right one?
Oh shit.
I have a +2 to religion. Oh!
And now we go into combat for offending Conrasu.
Roll initiative. Dude, I don't even hate the Kinrasu anymore, and now they're gonna kill me?
Sorry, what they actually meant to say was not that. One more time. There we go.
Yeah, you were about to evoke Izom. Not the best. That would have been bad. But, thankfully you do invoke Nakezi instead. So, good job.
Wow, Max. Nice.
Actually, there's one other thing you might be able to help me out with. You're familiar with the path that we're going in these forests, right?
Only to a certain point.
Want to come with us? And I'm gonna use my shameless request
Please give
to
me
ask him
shameless
to abandon his
Show-
guard.
Show me the shameless request. I want to sort of read exactly how far this might be.
There you go.
Shameless request, thank you. Reduce the DC for making outrageous requests.
I am asking him to abandon his post.
Oh my god.
Yes, abandon post to do that for however long.
I also know Rocky is deciding the DC based on how much he wants to have to talk about, like, as this guy for the next couple sessions.
That's very true.
So I'm shameless requesting Rocky 2.
Yes.
Interesting to have a Conrasu with us, huh?
Cool,
I'm gonna go ahead and roll for
cool.
my Rocky shameless request, and me
Yeah,
personally
so
rolled an
give me
8, so that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, give me a diplomacy check then. All right, and the DC -2 to those DCs.
Baby boy, I haven't used any of my hero points.
I know. We'll see. So. Alright, DC. With a 32. With a 32, there is some consideration. And they will say, as it is the end of our shift, we may accompany you part of the way until we must return.
Much appreciated, friend. What is your name?
Rakshak.
Well, fantastic. I appreciate your help so much. If you're ready, we are.
They would have to go and grab some other implements. But they do eventually return with a club of some form of bludgeon, and a woven shield.
Bringing a fucking level 1 commoner with us. You fucking
No, he's a
monsters.
guard.
Sorry, level 2 guard.
Yeah, that's better. That's twice as good. Rocky's having to make a stat walk.
Oh, don't worry. I think we do not have to do that
Creating
as
character
much.
sheet.
What's his name again?
Rockshock
Rock
and
Shock.
2 smoking barrels.
Rockshock.
I'm pulling out bangers and just no one.
I got it. I was busy typing. That's a good one. That's a
Now
good
you
one.
know
It's the
how
same with
I
everybody.
feel.
It's especially true with Beans. Just because, like,
Just
I'm
because
not
nobody
saying
laughed
anything.
doesn't mean,
I didn't
that
get
it's
it.
not funny.
I have to find.
It's out of spite more than anything.
Season 1 notes for these Conrasu gods, unless Rocky wants to give them to me again later. Not right now.
Just re-listen to the entirety of season 1? Duh.
Or let's re-listen to this one. Wait, maybe. Oh, I found letters to Pandora. Hey, hey, hey.
Here, I thought we already had the X-rated part of this
Talk
session.
about romantical.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Happy Pride Month!
We are actually legally required to have a gay sex scene in this episode because it's Pride Month.
Yeah, I'm the one pointing the
Okay.
gun at both of them, ready to pull the trigger.
We legally have to. Between our 2 countries, I don't think either of our governments are making sure there's more gay stuff.
No, it's the woke liberals.
It's me. I'm the woke mob. Every time someone complains about them, it's actually me.
That tracks.
Yeah, I've been busy. I've ruined everything. Coffee shops.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
about everything.
That's about everything. I was like
Coffee
legitimately
shops.
trying to think of another thing, and I'm like, no, let's just leave it there. I think it'd be funny if we just left it there. Ruined everything. Coffee shops.
Okay. So
Anyway.
yeah. Well, level 4 creature. So
Hey, that's
Hey.
4 times as good as we thought.
Mm-hmm.
still very, very weak though. Okay. That said, let me move on.
Maybe we don't set up any more snares in the middle of camp without telling anyone.
So, Rockshock, why don't you tell me about your immediate family tree?
Why do you say tree? That is
It's
somewhat
doubly-
insensitive.
It's doubly funny because it's a tree.
Racist.
The tree man.
Okay,
I learned from.
Rocky
I learned.
just shut you
I-
down completely by being like, "You're a racist. I'm not answering any more of your questions."
Hey, what can I say? I learned from the best and just smack Rowan on the back.
Hey!
As woods turn more lush and green, as to that of a thicker jungle, the trail seems to be much more alive and aware of your presence than any of you had traveled here before. Something is in the air which leaves the mind wondering just what is hiding around the next bend, or what ill fates those who became lost among this verdant path. Who is leading the way, and could you give me a survival check as you go forward?
Yeah.
Who's leading the pack?
I got this. Don't worry. I'm the best. That's
Cool.
gonna have to do. I don't feel like re-rolling.
That's very interesting. That's good. As you sort of continue on, you do happen to catch an interesting scent. It's actually pleasant and relatively close by. do you turn your party towards that scent to investigate what that might be?
Hey, gang, I'm smelling an interesting scent.
Did someone poke themselves again?
No, not that kind of interesting.
What does it smell like? Is it like
It smells very interesting. I
These are the
already
kinds of smells
forgot.
These are the kinds of smells you do not smell until next season.
I'm smelling things that are for tomorrow time.
wait, next season or session? Wait.
Season, as in
Yeah, season
not
3.
winter.
Oh.
It smells like a tomorrow time. It smells like not now.
Hmm.
And I want to use my sniffer to see if I can decipher this as well.
It smells like not now. It smells like later.
That'd be nature, Rocky.
Nature, survival, or perception.
Here, Kimo, give this a sniff. Sniff
I'm gonna
the
go to
air.
nature situation,
I want to.
and I'm just gonna accept
Smell
it.
it. Do you smell it?
It's faint, but flowers. Like fresh blooming flowers.
It smells like tomorrow. You know, like a later. You know what I mean?
So we're in the middle of winter. Is it? It's not snowing. It's just cold.
No, it's just sort of kind of wet, damp, and cold, but
It smells like springtime, or
it smells like spring, yes.
Well, you
Oddly.
don't know if it smells like spring. I'm talking in Tandorisms.
Well, they're smelling flowers that, usually indicate the funny
Well, are
spring.
they smelling it or am I smelling it? What's the point of my sniffer being
I
involved?
smelled. You smelled tomorrow, and I smelled flowers.
Did you
Well,
tell
you-
them it smelled like flowers?
Specifically, they got it faintly. You know it is like very, it's like they might think it's like, oh, there might be just one or two flowers around here, but like you're smelling something. Tandor is smelling something strong of flowers.
It smells so much like later.
what does this mean? What?
You mean just like out of season flowers?
So much.
Didn't
Wait,
It smells like later time. I don't
Hey.
know how to describe.
Rockshot?
if it smells like a later, season, if you will, I could talk at nauseum, but I feel like I'd die of nosebleeds.
The fuck up.
Is that a dog?
Hey, who's that handsome guy over there?
Oh god.
It's not anything that's trying to. Oh, we just smell something. Should we go towards this smell?
I wanna go to a smell. There's
What if
fucking-
it's a
there's
trick?
Stuff I
Well,
could.
What if
I,
it's
maybe
What if it's what's making people disappear? We gotta.
a very specific trick to get me to go and pick all the fruits and vegetables.
How close are we to halfway? Rockshock.
Yeah,
Love
how
Shack.
far are we, Nut Shack?
Yeah, Love Shack. How far are we?
Is this about mid?
You guys need to be nicer to Radio Shack. He's gonna leave.
I can't. So I guess we're getting closer to the flowers. I guess we'll decide to go to the flowers.
Are we going close?
Yeah, show me to the out of
Shaka
season
Khan,
flowers.
Are we going?
I do want to ask Rockjack, like,
Yes.
is there any like flora that we need to be wary about in this section of the jungle?
These are not usually this full. At least not without a. At least not without. At least not without, as I look at this. At least not without the light of Malona, or in a place where Waldala has their hand.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It smells like tomorrow.
What? Which two did he just mention?
Malona and Waldala.
And Rowan would know those to be which ones?
Waldala is specifically the Elder, those who know lore and tradition and probably knowledge passed down to make flowers grow big. Malona
Mm-hmm.
is a name of a deity that is shared by all of those who are of the initial kin to the island, which means that that name would perk up the ears specifically of Tandor and Maximus. Malona is known as a deity of beginnings and magical sources.
It's big soup time. Lads, it's big soup. Get real big soup vibes from this one.
What I'm curious about is this anywhere near the halfway point that you were speaking about?
This is probably more about the third of the waypoint in a meta sense.
Let's go, let's go. I want to see the tomorrow.
You lead the
Well.
way, Tandor.
Everyone on board, we're going to go see the tomorrow.
You find yourselves among an explosion of color and alluring scents. A grove of flowers which had grown to an expansive size, some nearly as large as wide serving trays. How will you all approach this curious sight, and is there anyone who would like to make any inspections or leaning upon other insights at this time?
Would Arcana reveal anything?
That would be another insight that could possibly learn something from.
Because there's magic at play here, obviously.
Of course.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a survival. Would it be survival or nature to basically see if any of these are toxic plant?
That could be either or. Nature would be like more specific, sort of knowing the plants itself. Nature would be knowing the plants itself, and survival would be essentially the avoidance of this is sort of the generalization. You would get more specific details from nature.
Okay.
Do nature as well.
Yeah, well, I
Damn,
fucking
Pandora.
kicked your ass, bud.
Okay. Alright. So, Rowan, with a 32, there is definitely something magical at play here. Probably a well or a crossing of some source of magic that is serving as a vital beacon here. Nature check, for the most part, it seems to be that chemo that a lot of them are just seems to be it's more rampant growth than anything specifically toxic. Tandor, with your check, you would know that some of the bigger flowers, there's a couple of larger flowers that are almost bush-sized that are not any that you have ever seen before and are very odd in that way. And Ikar, you don't think that there's any particularly poisonous plants around here, but there are some very interesting large flowers that you would probably have to like give a little cut into the stem and see how they're their sap kind of behaves in order to make a determination on if that is a more venomous sort than others. Venomous? No, poisonous. Those plants don't bite.
Well, they can.
I'm gonna relay the whole. There's something, a source for this, like a beacon that's influencing this, and that maybe we should not mess with the flowers until we figure out what is making them grow enormously.
Perhaps.
Unless for some reason we want to harvest them for some reason. I don't know.
I don't think I want to touch these, and nobody touch the pollen.
Let's go
You
on.
never
then.
know.
Let's push forward then.
Pushing forward.
Pushing forward. Okay, well, let me get you onto a map here.
Huh.
I don't like the name of the scene. Look at poor faces guy.
As I do
Default
not have
man.
anything available. Default man, and that's where we're actually gonna have to cut for the session for the day. We've hit our 3 hours. Sorry, folks.
True.
We did a lot of bullshitting.
Yeah.
We did so
True.
much bullshit and we did gay sex. It's great.
It's fantastic.
It was his birthday.
Look,
We
I
had
just
to.
don't know where like our season 3 characters are going to show up in this fight. Smells of the future and everything.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's especially funny to Rocky for one particular reason.
Shut up.
I guess until next time.
Until next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.